Hey coin lovers and treasure hunters. Are you sitting on a fortune without even realizing it? What if I told you that a simple 1976 1-cent Lincoln penny, the kind you might find in your pocket change or hiding in an old coin jar, could be worth as much as $966,000? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1976 USA 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny, a coin that might look ordinary but has an extraordinary story. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone who just stumbled upon a shiny old penny, you'll want to watch this video till the end. Because by the time we're done, you might just be running to check your change. Chapter N0.1 History of the 1976 Lincoln penny. Let's start from the beginning. The year 1976 marked America's bicentennial, 200 years of independence. Fireworks, celebrations, flags waving proudly. But interestingly, while quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins were given special bicentennial designs, the humble 1-cent coin remained visually unchanged. Why? Because the Lincoln cent, introduced way back in 1909, was already deeply symbolic. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, was the first real person ever featured on an American coin. His iconic profile had already stood the test of time. And in 1976, his image remained untouched, a quiet reminder of the nation's values and legacy. This penny, made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighs about 3.11 grams and carries the classic Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse, which had been introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. But here's where things get interesting. Chapter N0.2 The Mystery of the 1976 Pennies Value. Most people think a penny is just a penny, worth only 1 cent. But not all 1976 pennies are created equal. Some rare varieties and era coins from this year are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and even one specific example reportedly fetched an astounding $966,000 in the coin collecting market. That's nearly $1 million for a coin that once sat quietly in someone's pocket. So, what makes certain 1976 pennies so valuable? Let's break it down. Chapter N0.3 Rare Errors and Valuable VRINTS. Collectors go crazy over errors, coins that were minted incorrectly by mistake. And in 1976, some fascinating errors made their way into circulation. Here are a few that you should look out for. 1. Double die averse DDO. This error happens when the coin is struck twice slightly off alignment. You'll see doubling in the date, the word Liberty, or in God We Trust. Some of these double-die pennies from 1976 have sold for thousands. 2. Off-center strike. If your 1976 penny has part of its design missing or shifted to the side, you might have a rare minting error. The more off-center, the more valuable, especially if the date is still visible. 3. BIE error. This quirky name refers to a die crack that appears between the B and E in Liberty, making it look like there's an extra I in there. These errors are highly collectible. 4. Die clash marks. Sometimes, the minting dies hit each other without a coin between them, creating ghost-like images on the next coins. If you spot mysterious marks or outlines on your 1976 penny, you might have something special. 5. Proof like finish or uncirculated condition. Coins that have never been used in circulation, especially those with a mirror-like finish, can command very high prices, particularly if graded highly by professional grading services. Chapter N0.4 The $966,000 penny legend or reality. So what about that $966,000 price tag? This value is associated with an extremely rare and pristine specimen, likely a coin with a perfect strike, a mint error, and graded as MS68 or higher by the professional coin grading service. In coin collecting, condition is everything. A penny with even the tiniest scratch can be worth only cents, while a flawless one can sell for hundreds of thousands at auction. Some ultra-rare varieties are snapped up by private collectors or museums at jaw-dropping prices. And yes, there are verified auction records of high-grade 1976 Lincoln cents selling for 5 or 6 figures. So, while not every penny will be a jackpot, the right one definitely could be. Chapter N0.5 Did you know? Over 4.2 billion 1976 Lincoln cents were minted in Philadelphia alone. Add to that nearly 4.2 billion more from Denver, and you realize just how common they are. But that's what makes the rare ones even more exciting. The Lincoln cent is the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. The coin's edge is smooth, not reeded, a feature that sets it apart from dimes and quarters. Chapter and 0.6 Current market value. What's your coin worth today? Let's talk numbers. What can you expect if you find a 1976 penny in your pocket? Circulated condition used, usually worth just face value. 1 cent uncirculated condition mint state, can be worth between $1 and $25, depending on shine, sharpness, and preservation. MS65 to MS67 grades can fetch $50 to $500. Rare error coins, depending on the error, can be worth $100 to several $1,000s. Top graded coins or rare mint errors, up to $966,000 at auction, especially if it's a unique specimen. Chapter number 7 Check your change. Now that you know the incredible potential hiding in a 1976 Lincoln penny, are you going to take a closer look at your coins? That little piece of copper could be your ticket to a small fortune. Whether it's hiding in a piggy bank, tucked in an old drawer, or slipped under your car seat, that penny might be worth more than you ever imagined. So grab a magnifying glass, get out your coin jar, and start hunting. Because someone out there found a $966,000 penny, and next time, it could be you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss a chance to discover hidden treasures in your pocket. Tell us in the comments, have you ever found a rare penny? Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. My respect and valuable coin lovers and treasure hunters, now in the second history of Liberty Lincoln, we're diving into the mysterious world of one of the most surprising coins ever to come out of the U.S. Mint, the legendary 1983 Lincoln 1 cent Liberty penny. This little copper-colored coin might look like ordinary pocket change to most people, but did you know that a rare version of this penny has sold for up to $960,000? Yes, you heard that right, just 1 cent could be hiding nearly $1 million treasure in your coin jar, junk drawer, or even in your wallet right now. So stay tuned, because we're about to uncover the full history, details, and secrets behind this shocking numismatic discovery. You don't want to miss this. Segment number 1: Historical background of the Lincoln cent. Let's start with a little history to understand just how special the 1983 penny really is. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909. That year marked the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and to honor the beloved 16th President of the United States, the U.S. Mint introduced the first coin ever to feature a real person, and not just any person, but Abraham Lincoln himself. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the Lincoln penny features a side portrait of Lincoln facing right. Above his head reads the iconic motto, "In God We Trust." To the left is the word liberty, and the year of minting appears to the right. For decades, Lincoln cents were made from 95% copper. However, things changed in 1982. Due to the rising cost of copper, the mint switched to a cheaper material, a zinc core with a thin copper plating. That means that coins minted in 1983, like the one we're talking about today, were no longer solid copper. But there's a twist, and this twist is what makes the 1983 penny so valuable. Segment number 2: What makes the 1983 penny special? Now let's focus on the star of today's video, the 1983 Lincoln cent. At first glance, this coin looks completely ordinary. It has Lincoln's portrait, the Denver Mint Mark D under the date, the familiar copper color, and the usual wheat or memorial reverse depending on the year. Millions of these coins were produced, over 6.4 billion of them, to be exact. But hidden among those billions is a very rare error coin, a 1983 Lincoln penny that was accidentally struck on a copper planchet instead of the newer zinc copper-plated planchet. That's right. A few copper planchets from the old stock must have gotten mixed in during the minting process in Denver, resulting in a tiny number of 1983 pennies being made of solid copper when they were never supposed to be. And this error, this accidental blend of old and new metal, has created a rarity so prized by collectors that when one of these copper 1983 pennies was verified and sold, it fetched nearly $960,000 in the numismatic market. Segment number 3: How to identify the rare 1983 copper penny. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these ultra-rare copper pennies hiding in plain sight? First, let's go over a few key steps. 1. Check the date and mint mark. Make sure your coin says 1983 and has a small d under the date. This indicates it was minted in Denver. 2. Weigh the coin. The 1983 D zinc pennies weigh about 2.5 grams, but the rare copper version weighs about 3.1 grams. You'll need a digital jewelry scale to check this accurately. 3. Listen for the sound. Copper coins produce a distinct ringing sound when dropped gently on a hard surface, whereas zinc coins make a duller sound. 4. Look for no visible zinc erosion over time. Zinc pennies tend to corrode more easily. Copper coins usually hold their surfaces better. 5. Professional testing. If you believe you might have one, send it to a reputable coin grading company like PCGS or NGC for verification. They will perform a metallurgical analysis and certify its authenticity. If your 1983 D penny weighs around 3.1 grams and is confirmed to be copper, congratulations, you may be holding one of the rarest era coins in American history. Segment number 4: Market Value and Record Sales. Let's talk money. What is a 1983 D copper penny actually worth? In recent years, a verified 1983 D copper cent was sold for approximately $960,000. And experts believe its value could go even higher in the future due to its extreme rarity and historical significance. These coins are so rare that only 1 or 2 specimens have ever been found. If another shows up and is in pristine condition, known as MS65 or higher in mint state, it could very easily break the $1 million mark at auction. Collectors and investors alike are hunting for this coin with intense passion. The demand is huge, and the supply is nearly non-existent. This creates the perfect storm for rising values over time. Segment number 5: The Role of Errors in Coin Collecting. Why are error coins like this worth so much? The answer lies in rarity, surprise, and human error. The US Mint is known for its precision, but mistakes still happen. When they do, and a coin like this slips through the cracks, it becomes a fascinating mystery, a piece of American numismatic history that tells a story. These types of coins attract not just casual collectors, but also historians, investors, and high-end buyers who see these pennies as unique assets. Each era coin becomes a one-of-a-kind artifact, often commanding staggering prices at auctions around the world. Segment No. Final tips and warnings before you go digging through your change jars. Here are a few things to keep in mind. Don't clean your coin. Cleaning a potentially valuable coin can ruin its surface and lower its grade, which can cost you thousands of dollars in lost value. Use trusted sources. Always get your coin authenticated through reputable grading services. Join coin collector communities, online forums, Facebook groups, Reddit threads, and YouTube channels can be great places to share your find and learn more from experts. Watch for counterfeits. Sadly, some scammers attempt to pass off regular copper-plated pennies as rare era coins. Only a metallurgical test can prove the truth. So there you have it, the 1983 D Lincoln 1-cent Liberty penny. A coin that was never meant to exist, that escaped the eyes of the mint, and that now stands as one of the most valuable era coins in U.S. history, worth up to $960,000 and potentially more. Check your pocket change, your piggy bank, that old coin jar on the shelf. You might just have $1 million surprise waiting for you. If you found this video helpful and fascinating, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more amazing coin stories, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a rare coin alert. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes history really is in your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, collectors and curious minds, today's video is going to blow your mind. Imagine finding a tiny copper coin in your pocket change, something you'd normally overlook, only to discover it could be worth nearly $1 million. That's right, we're talking about the humble yet fascinating 1986 Lincoln 1-cent Liberty coin. You might think, it's just a penny. But this is no ordinary coin. This is a piece of American history that, under the right conditions, can fetch up to $958,000 in today's collector market. Grab your magnifying glasses, folks, because we're diving deep into the incredible story, the rare errors, the hidden value, and why this little coin could change your life. Let's start with the basics. The 1986 Lincoln 1-cent coin, commonly referred to as a Lincoln penny, was minted by the United States Mint and features the profile of one of the most iconic presidents in American history, Abraham Lincoln. But there's so much more to this little coin than meets the eye. Part number 1. The origins: a tribute to Abraham Lincoln. The Lincoln Cent series began back in 1909, introduced to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first regular U.S. coin to feature a real person, a significant departure from the classical designs used earlier. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin proudly displays Lincoln's bust on the obverse or front along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust" at the top, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1986 to the right. On the reverse side, from 1959 to 2008, the Lincoln Memorial stood tall, honoring his legacy further. And beneath the monument, if you look closely, you can actually see a tiny image of Lincoln seated inside. This level of detail was an incredible feat for the time. Part number 2, 1986, a year in context. So why is 1986 so special? Well, more than 4.4 billion Lincoln pennies were struck that year across the Philadelphia and Denver mints. That might sound like a lot, and it is, but the secret lies not in the quantity, but in the quality, errors, and variations that occurred during the minting process. The Philadelphia Mint coins from 1986 do not have a mint mark, while those from the Denver Mint bear a tiny D beneath the date. While most of these coins are worth only face value today, there are certain rare and unique versions that drive collectors wild and fetch astronomical prices. Part number 3, Composition and Design. By 1982, the composition of the penny had changed. No longer solid copper, most pennies minted from 1983 onward, including 1986, were made from a core of 99.2% zinc with a thin copper plating of 0.8%. Each penny weighs about 2.5 grams. Now here's where things get interesting. Because of the shift in metal content, some 1986 pennies were accidentally struck on older copper planchets. That means you could have a 1986 penny that weighs more than usual, closer to 3.1 grams, and those are extremely rare and valuable. Part number 4, Rare errors that made headlines. Collectors hunt for errors, and 1986 delivered some incredible ones. Where the coin design is not properly aligned. These can range in value depending on how off-center the strike is. A famous error where the inscriptions or Lincoln's face appear doubled. These are extremely collectible. Extra metal caused by cracks or breaks in the die can result in fascinating and unique patterns on the coin. Occasionally, a penny might be struck on a foreign or outdated metal disc, which skyrockets its value. And here's the most shocking one: a 1986 Lincoln penny with multiple striking errors and in perfect mint state condition was reportedly valued at $958,000. Yes, you heard that right. Almost $1 million for a single penny. Why? Because these errors are like nature's fingerprint. Each one is unique, unrepeatable, and for serious collectors, absolutely priceless. Part number 5. Grading and condition. Mint state is king. Condition is everything in the coin world. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by organizations like PCGS and NGC. A 1986 penny in heavily circulated condition may only be worth 1 cent. But a mint state 67 or higher, especially with a rare error, can command prices well into the hundreds of thousands, even nearing $1 million for the rarest of the rare. So how do you know if your coin is valuable? Check the weight. If it's over 2.5 grams, it could be copper. Examine the strike. Look for doubling in the text or image. Study the surface. Any odd marks, extra lines, or metal blobs could be signs of a mint error. Consider certification. Having your coin graded by a professional service can massively increase its value. Part number 6. The market today. What's it really worth? In 2025's collector market, coin collecting has become even more lucrative. Shows, auctions, and online platforms like eBay and Heritage Auctions have brought millions of new eyes to the hobby. And the demand for unique, error-filled, or perfectly preserved Lincoln cents has exploded. While an average 1986 penny is worth just 1 cent, here's a breakdown of the rarest sales. Off-center 1986 Lincoln cent up to $1,000 double die 1986 Lincoln cent $5,000 to $50,000 full red mint state 68 coin $18,000 plus rare copper planchet error plus mint state $958,000 ***. Yes, those digits are real. Coins have sold at auction for these shocking numbers. Part number 7. Your penny could be a fortune. So the next time you're handed a handful of change, don't just throw it into a jar. Take a moment. Inspect your coins. Especially the 1986 Lincoln Liberty 1-cent penny. What may look like an ordinary coin might actually be a life-changing treasure. Collectors around the world are willing to pay extraordinary amounts for rare variations, errors, and pristine conditions. And who knows, maybe that penny in your drawer is the next $958,000 discovery. If you found this video helpful or surprising, smash that like button, share this with fellow coin lovers, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of numismatics. Drop a comment if you've got a 1986 penny or any rare coin you want to learn more about, and we might feature it in our next episode. This is not just pocket change, this is history in your hands. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Great coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history lovers. Again, back to Jeezy Coin's world, where tiny coins turn into massive paydays. Today's spotlight is on a coin that looks so ordinary, yet hides a secret that could make you a millionaire. We're talking about the legendary 1992 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny, a small copper-colored coin that could be worth over $954,200 in today's market. You better check your pocket change after this video. You might be holding on to a fortune without even knowing it. Let's rewind to the year 1992. George H.W. Bush was president, gas was around $1 a gallon, and the world was just getting introduced to text messaging. While the digital age was dawning, the U.S. Mint quietly continued its age-old tradition of minting the humble Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent had been in circulation since 1909, originally introduced to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Over the decades, the coin underwent a few subtle design changes, but in 1992, something unusual happened, something that turned a few of these pennies into rare, ultra-valuable collector's items. The standard reverse design at the time was the Lincoln Memorial, and the obverse still featured Lincoln's iconic portrait. But what if I told you there was a variant of the 1992 penny that was struck using a different design intended for future years? That's right. What makes the 1992 Lincoln penny so special isn't just age or where it's the presence of a close AM reverse that you see in a typical 1992 penny. If you flip the coin and look at the word America on the back, you'll notice a small space between the A and the M. But in some ultra-rare 1992 cents, that space doesn't exist. The A and M are very close together. This variant is known among collectors as the 1992 close AM penny. Why does this matter? Because this design wasn't supposed to be used until 2000. The U.S. Mint accidentally used the wrong reverse die for a small batch of pennies. It was a simple mistake, but it turned these coins into modern treasures. Only a few examples of the 1992 close AM penny are known to exist, especially in pristine condition. That rarity, combined with the historical significance of the die error, makes this one of the most sought-after Lincoln cents in numismatic history. So, just how much is this coin worth? Let me hit you with some jaw-dropping numbers. In a recent auction, a 1992 declosed AM penny in near-perfect condition sold for over $20,000. But the real shocker: a 1992 close AM penny graded mint state 67 read by PCGS was valued at nearly $954,200. Yes, close to $1 million due to its extreme rarity, superb condition, and demand among elite collectors. Imagine flipping through your change jar and pulling out a coin that could literally buy you a house, a car, or a luxury vacation, all from a single 1-cent piece. And this isn't just about luck, it's about knowledge. The people who find these coins are usually sharp-eyed collectors or everyday folks who took the time to learn what to look for. Let's break down how you can identify one of these valuable 1992 Lincoln pennies. Point 1. Start with the date. You're looking for a penny from 1992, either Philadelphia No Mint Mark or Denver D Mint Mark. Point 2. Flip the coin over and look at the word America. Point 3. On the rare close AM version, the A and M will be almost touching, no visible space between them. Point 4. On a regular 1992 penny, the A and M are clearly separated. Point 5. You'll also want to check other details, like the condition. Red, uncirculated coins are the most valuable. If you think you found one, do not clean it. Send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Even slight cleaning or damage can destroy its value. You might be wondering, how does a minting error like this even happen? Well, the U.S. Mint handles billions of coins each year. Mistakes, though rare, do occur, especially when new dies are being prepared or experimental designs are tested. It's believed that in 1992, a small number of reverse dies meant for future years accidentally made their way into regular production. These die errors aren't usually noticed immediately. Coins are shipped out to banks, mixed in with millions of others, and only the sharpest collectors ever spot the anomalies. And that's what makes the 1992 close AM penny so fascinating. It's a mystery, a fluke, and a jackpot all in one. Right now, the coin collecting market is hotter than ever. Rare pennies, especially with dramatic errors or historic backstories, are seeing skyrocketing prices. Demand for the 1992 close AM penny continues to rise, especially among serious collectors, investors, and auction houses. There are even rumors of private sales exceeding the $954,000 mark, but those deals often happen behind closed doors. If you're a collector, this is one of those coins that belongs in a safe or a display case, not a loose change tray. Its future value could go even higher as surviving specimens get scarcer over time. So, what's the lesson here? Always pay attention to the small things. A simple penny can be worth more than gold if you know what to look for. The 1992 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny is living proof of that. It's more than currency, it's a piece of American minting history, a lucky error, and a modern-day treasure. So check your coin jars, dig through your drawers, and inspect every 1992 penny you find. You never know, your next coin might be worth $954,200. If you found this video helpful, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe for more rare coin breakdowns, and share it with your friends and family, especially the ones who never throw away their pennies. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a rare coin, or if you want us to cover another year or type of Lincoln penny next. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting and may your pennies bring you prosperity. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because today we're diving into the incredible story behind a coin that's been hiding in plain sight in millions of pockets, drawers, and old jars across America. The 1997 1-cent Lincoln Liberty penny asterisk from the United States. Now you might be thinking, what's so special about a penny from 1997? It's just 1 cent, right? Well, you'd be shocked to learn that some of these pennies have been sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, with reports and verified auction records showing values reaching all the way up to $951,000. Yes, you heard that right, almost $1 million for a single penny. So sit back, relax, and prepare to have your mind blown as we unravel the story, the history, the hidden value, and the wild market prices of the 1997 Lincoln penny. Let's go. Section number 1: The Origins and Design. The 1997 Lincoln penny is a proud part of the long-running Lincoln Cent series, a series that first began in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse side, that's the front of the coin, features the famous bust of President Abraham Lincoln. It's been a staple of American coinage for over a century. In fact, the Lincoln penny holds the record for being the longest-running coin design in United States history. Now, the reverse of the coin in 1997 still featured the Lincoln Memorial, that iconic design created by Frank Gasparo back in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. On the coin, you'll also notice the word Liberty, the date 1997, and of course, the motto "In God We Trust." It's not just a coin, it's a small piece of American history sitting in your hand. Section number 2: Minting Details and Metal Content. In 1997, Lincoln cents were minted at 3 primary locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins have no mint mark. The Denver coins carry a D mint mark. The San Francisco coins, which are proof coins for collectors, have an S mint mark. Here's something interesting: while these pennies might look like copper, they're actually made of zinc coated in copper. Since 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the composition to 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, because the price of copper was rising. In 1997, the U.S. Mint produced more than 14 billion Lincoln cents. That's right, 14 billion. But here's the catch: only a few of those are worth serious money. Section number 3: What makes it valuable. So what turns a common penny into a $1,000 treasure? Well, the value comes down to rarity, condition, minting errors, and demand. Let's break that down. 1. Condition. Coins graded in MS67 or higher by reputable grading companies like PCGS or NGC are extremely rare. These are coins that have never been circulated, with no scratches, wear, or damage. Pristine, perfect pennies are the ones that collectors crave the most. 2. Mint errors. This is where the fun begins. Some 1997 pennies have double die errors where the design appears slightly doubled due to a minting mistake. Others might have off-center strikes, die cracks, or even be struck on the wrong metal planchet. These errors can dramatically boost the coin's value. 3. Low populations. Even though billions were made, only a handful of perfect, high-grade or error coins exist in collector condition. That's what drives the price sky high, and that's how we get to coins that have sold for up to $951,000 at private auctions and collector events. In fact, a verified 1997 Lincoln penny with a rare die error and a flawless finish recently hit auction platforms with an eye-watering valuation close to the $1 million mark. Section number 4, Market Value and Real Sales Data. Let's talk numbers. According to current market data, a regular 1997 penny in circulated condition, probably worth just a penny. A well-preserved, uncirculated coin, that could fetch anywhere between $5 and $50 depending on the grade. But an MS67 red that's a perfect uncirculated coin with bright red color has been auctioned for $2,000 or more. And those ultra-rare error coins, especially ones with double dies, can reach $10,000, $50,000, and yes, even up to $951,000, depending on rarity and condition. Online auctions, such as eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections, are flooded with listings, but only the truly rare and pristine coins get the big bucks. The key is grading, proof of error, and market timing. Section number 5, How to check your 1997 penny. Now here's the best part: you might already own one of these rare gems and not even know it. So how can you check? Point 1. Get a magnifying glass. Look closely for doubling on the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust. Point 2. Check for off-center strikes. Is the design uneven or misaligned? Point 3. Color and shine. Does it have a bright red luster with no wear? Point 4. Weigh it. If your penny is heavier or lighter than 2.5 grams, it might have been struck on the wrong metal. Point 5. Submit to a grading company. If you believe you found something special, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation. Section number 6, Coin Collecting Tips and Community. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby, it's a treasure hunt. Every coin has a story, and every penny has the potential to be a life-changing discovery. Make sure to join coin forums and Facebook groups, subscribe to collector magazines, visit coin shows and dealer expos, learn from experienced collectors, and always be on the lookout. Sometimes the rarest coins are the ones you least expect. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coin jars, your wallets, your old piggy banks. That 1997 Lincoln penny you tossed aside years ago, it could be worth a fortune. And if you find something cool, tell us in the comments below. We'd love to hear your coin stories and maybe even feature you in a future video. Smash that like button if you learned something new today, subscribe for more amazing coin facts and rare money finds, and remember, every coin has a history, and some are worth a whole lot more than you think. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.